All right, we're live. Here we go, guys. Sunday, February 16th, 2025. Second half of today's podcast, we got Alex Bahunin, special guest, myself, Adam Martin, Big Marcel, and we're going to preview UFC Seattle. Looking forward to it. If you guys missed it, we just did the recap for UFC Vegas 102, so that was a lot of fun.
My first time doing a preview with you guys, dude. I'm
excited. Double podcast. We really appreciate you, man. We should probably slip you a tip here, dude, for joining us, man, bringing all your army of followers, because you're a popular guy these days, Alex. But appreciate you coming in. Let's get some comments, though. Start off the night on the right foot here, guys. We got Matthew Mack. What's up, Matthew? Hi, guys. My favorite UFC show on YouTube. Love this. Love your humor. Keep up the good work. Thanks. No, I appreciate that, man. See, those kind of compliments make us feel good, right, Marcel? So there you go.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm happy the star of the show is finally able to say something here as well. Thank you so much, man, Matthew. I really appreciate it.
Marcel's got a stiffy now. There you go. That's the way Marcel's stiffy.
Just kidding.
Or his heart, I mean. Pato, crazy, disrespectful Seattle fight fans take away the fight from the card. He's talking about the Blades fight. Well, yeah, we should. I guess we could mention that. So,
unless something happened.
Yeah. So let me just really quickly say, like, this card, Seattle, we're going to preview, guys. I think there's 11 fights left. This card is taking hits, and you know, it really. And James talked about this a little bit in the Discord. He mentioned, I thought the same thing. It reminds me of UFC 149 in Calgary, which was in 2012, and it had so many fights canceled. The end card didn't look anything close to what the fans bought tickets for. I think that they shouldn't have moved that fight last week. And I think that some of the other fights fall off after that happened. But
to be honest, Adam, you guys from the 51st state deserve it. So I mean, just kidding.
This card is like, I mean, I'm obviously looking forward to it, but I don't think it's as good as it once was, right?
Dude, it went from a solid 9 out of 10, maybe even like a 9.5
to 6.
It's a 6. It's a 6.
I mean, it lost a lot of really quality fights too, like good fights.
Now,
some of the replacement fights are fun.
But I'm questioning, like, what? Like, should I?
By the way, he's going. Alex is going to go. Are you driving there or?
No, fuck no. I'm flying.
Are you flying there? Okay, there you go. Sweet. Alex is going to be there with Drake Riggs from MMA or for Uncrowned. Actually, he's at Uncrowned, and James Lynch, our good friend, who I think he's with Sportskeeda there. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So those guys are going to be killing it with the coverage.
It's literally a Apex card in Seattle.
Pretty much at this point, yeah. I mean,
Alex is always at the Apex card. So what's the difference?
Yeah, exactly. It's for real soon.
6 bouts cancel or reschedule. Is it 6 or is it 7 now? Because they canceled another
7 now, yeah.
7, yeah. I don't know if you saw that, Lazy Bed. Billy Goff and Adam Few gets off the card. Adam pulled out with an injury.
Adam was like, fuck it. Yeah.
There were some rumors that there was a replacement coming in. Alex, is there a replacement fight coming or no?
Not as of right now.
So we're down to 11 fights. I think there was 13 or 14 fights originally on this card. Like, it was a big card. And, unfortunate that it's lost some fights. A podcast after Bryce Mitchell. Hey, we'll take it. Appreciate it. I always talk about you, Alex. No, we love you, dude. Kraken Arena, Krakow. Yeah, so it's Climate Pledge Arena. That's where the card's going to be at. It used to be called, I think, Key Arena, and they rebuilt it, basically. That's where the Seattle Songs used to play. And they rebuilt it, and obviously the Seattle Kraken there of the NHL Alex. You should watch a hockey game. Are you going to a hockey game when you're there, or you James? James should force you to go see a hockey game.
I mean, if he forces me to go, maybe, but we'll see.
I think you'd like hockey more than you think, man. You know, I think
probably.
It's a good sport. It's like football on skates, basically, and you could fight too. You could actually fight. I was talking to my dad last night. He's like, "This is so crazy, Adam." He's like, "You could just like if you don't like the guy, you just drop your gloves and fight him." I was like, "Man, that sounds pretty good." Adam was like, "Fug it." Yeah, pretty much fug it, right? That's the joke. Dominic. Oh yeah, so Dominic Cruz got off the card. That was one of the best fights. I know you were looking forward to that fight, his retirement fight in Swab Pond. He ended up retiring anyways, but I don't know how the fight would have gone for him, to be honest with you. But
in the case, probably.
Yeah. Out of 10 now, you guys would say like a 6 or 7?
6.
All right. Well, hopefully it's going to be better than the expectations, but they're low coming in, guys. We'll just say that.
Adam, where is your? Normally, you're the hype guy over here. You're like, oh, I know. I looking forward to. And
all right.
Oh, come on, dude. Come on.
I think there'll be quite a few finishes. I'll say that.
Let's
I think
fucking go.
There we go. I think it'll be
Adam is the most optimistic fucking fan of all time, dude.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying, dude. Here's the thing. I still love the sport so much, but I am coming to the realization that the fights are not as exciting as they were.
We all love this fucking sport, but we
know.
have to be honest. We have to be honest, dude.
I'm not
Alex-
dishonest.
Alex is always
I
fun.
think there'll be some finishes.
When it's a Discord, like before the card, and I think the card is not that good, and Adam's actually hype, and I'd say like something like, "Oh man, this card's gonna suck," and I was like, "Dude, you're blowing my mood." I
know. That's true. I do remember saying I can't remember what card it was, but I think the card was really good.
I mean, honestly, dude, if you start rating these cards like at a 4, then your expectations can go up if the card's good. You know,
I literally gave that card in Australia 2 weeks ago like a 4 out of 10, I think, on our rating.
Bro,
you were the one who was like, "That card was pretty good, Adam." I'm like, "That card sucked, dude."
Bro, I annoyed Adam so much with that Nicholas Moda fight, like last time when it was.
Oh yeah, you were trolling me so hard. Hey, that was a fun. That's Alex's boy too, Nicholas Moda.
Yeah,
Couture, right? Isn't he? I think
yeah.
Well, that's a great dude, but that was annoying Alex of Adam with saying like, "Oh man, horrible card. This is not UFC caliber." It's like,
it was like 6 a.m. for me. Like I stayed up the whole night to watch that fucking China card.
Oh, that was amazing. Yeah, true.
That card was so good. All right. Let's get into the fights. Let's start. All right, guys. Okay, we'll go through the card one by one. I'm using the ESPN bout order because UFC Stats hasn't updated it completely yet, but let's go through it. Modestas Bukauskas against Rafael Cerqueira at 205. Modestas, huge favorite, minus 340. Rafael Cerqueira, plus 270. You know, I remember I picked this guy in the last fight. He got knocked out in like a minute by Ibo Aslan. Horrible pick. I can't pick this dude now. I mean, he might still win. He could knock out Modestas, but I can't pick him after that, especially because Modestas has a lot of experience down the UFC, and he's actually had a nice little run here since coming back, 3-1. So I think he beats this guy. I think he could beat him probably like by stoppage. He might even submit him. He submitted Praxis in his last fight. He looked better on the ground, so he could get caught. It's possible. It's not like I'm going to run out there and bet minus 340 on Modestas Bukauskas, but I think he's the rightful winner here. Alex, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I really have to add much to your breakdown, man. I think this is a get right fight for Modestas. I mean, I guess he won his last fight, so it's not really, but whatever. Yeah, it's I don't see any way Rafael beats him other than a lucky punch.
And Marcel, sweep the board.
Yeah, I'm also going with Modi here. I think he wins. I mean, yeah, Cerqueira, what can you say about his last performance? It was so quick. Modi's pretty decent, you know. I don't think he's very spectacular or whatever, but he wins the fights. I expect him to win. I expect him here to win. Can Cerqueira win? Definitely, but I have more faith in Modi, so I'm going with him. Decision, probably. I'm going with just a decision because every card almost starts with a decision all the time, so we're going with
this. they often do these days. Non-main question, are you going to watch Better Bia than Bevo? Maybe. Boxing, yeah, maybe. But I mean, I'll probably be focused on this. Your boy Garrett's in the chat too. Marcel.
What's up, Garrett? What's up?
All right. Yeah, Garrett, what about me and Alex, man? Say what's up to us too. Come on, man.
Why don't you show Lazy Bat's comment on screen, Adam?
I like it. Oh my god, that's why I didn't show it.
Fuck yeah.
That's Alex's thing, man.
A fucking Peter North Bukaki, bro.
Why do you think Alex has to run out of here tonight? He's going for his post-Valentine's date. He's got to run out of here.
Yeah.
That was Jesse with you, man. All right, let's go to the next fight here, guys. We have where is it? Mansur Abdul-Malik against Nick Klein. Yeah, another huge favorite here. Minus 810, plus 500. Yeah, I think Mansur is legit. And he was going to destroy Tricoli, and I think he destroys Nick Klein. I think the way to go is actually him by like TKO ground and pound. Go for the knockout prop. Mansur wins in the first round, I think. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I'm very high on Mansur, man. I think he he's still raw. Obviously, he's still raw.
Sure.
There's still questions about cardio issues, right? Like who knows how those go, but under Eric Nixick and Extreme Couture, I think this dude has his. I think he could be top 15 pretty soon, and I think he's going to run through Nick Klein. I think the only way Nick Klein has a chance is if he survives the onslaught from Mansur and Mansur gasses. I just don't see that happening.
Yeah, me either. Marcel, sweep the board again.
Yeah, I have to. I mean, Mansur got a man. Like I said, I remember, and I don't think Alex was in the Discord, but he was in the Discord, but you haven't seen that. I wasn't high on Mansur's performance on Dana White Contender Series, to be really honest. I think he started well, but he gassed pretty hard.
Yeah.
And Adam was like, "Yeah, he deserves a contract." I was like, I don't know, but he has a good UFC debut, man. He dusted Dusko, so I think Mansur wins.
And
He has.
I was gonna say he's fighting the teammate of Wes Schultz because Nick Klein and Wes train.
Yeah, so that's a good thing for Nick Klein, obviously. So because he's training with Wes Schultz, but still, I think Mansur has enough talent and he's pretty good. I like what I've seen, and in his UFC debut, obviously, and he's still young, like Alex says. And I mean, we have a clean sweep here, both.
Yeah. I'm not surprised by that. He's my C10. By the way, Garrett, I love Garrett. What's up? Got side talk. Could say what's up there. No, I was just messing with you, man. If a league destroys his use a proper step up, I mean, probably still someone in rank, but someone with a couple wins in the UFC. I think they're going to go slow with this guy too. How old is he?
27.
27. Yeah, I mean, there's no rush really. Like he's entering his prime though, so we'll see. All right, let's go to the next fight here. We got bantamweights Ricky Simone taking on Javid Basharat.
Interesting fight.
Yeah, odds for this one: Basharat is the favorite, -300, +240 on Ricky. So. I think Basharat wins. I do think Ricky, is probably being sold a little bit short here, guys, because if you look at who he lost to, I mean, the guys are like studs. Like Vinicius Oliveira is really good. Batista's obviously a good fighter, and then Song Yadong. So he's lost to some really good guys, but I do think he's lost a step. And Basharat, I think he's solid. I know he lost to Ayman Zahabi, although that loss doesn't look as bad anymore. I don't think because Ayman's pretty legit himself.
I was super close.
Yeah, I think this fight will be like competitive though, but I think Basharat, I think he wins the decision. I think he'll be the better striker and win the decision. Keep the fight standing. What do you guys think, Alex?
Yeah, I don't think he's a minus. I don't agree with the line at all. I don't think he should be a -300 favorite at all. I think this should be -150. I do agree with you that Ricky has slowed down a little bit. I'm just interested in what's going to happen with the grappling exchanges. I think that's ultimately whoever gets the best of that is going to win this fight.
Yeah.
And just with Basharat, is he younger than Ricky? Ricky's 32.
Ricky's 32, and Javid is
29.
Yeah, he's younger.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to go with the fact that Ricky is on a losing streak. He is going to have the hometown on his side, so maybe that'll pump him up a little bit. I'm really grasping at straws here, but
no, that's a good point. Like this isn't in the Apex; it is in a crowd. He is a Washington guy. We should mention that. I should have mentioned that.
Alex is just really hesitant because if he knows if he says Javid, he knows Vince Morales is going to beat him up when he sees him. So.
For reals, yeah, he's going to fucking shit.
Javid's he's at Extreme 2, right?
No, he's at American Top Team. Him, his brother moved to American Top Team, and
there you go.
Albazi left to Fight Ready.
There you go. Okay, so I'm glad you told us that. It wouldn't have changed my pick regardless of what camp he's at because I think he's going to win. And Marcel, another clean sweep?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So decision?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like a split decision, dude.
I think this fight goes the distance. Maybe that's the better bet. Maybe just the fight going 3. Like, these guys are pretty tough, man. They kind of like, I think they'll keep it like defensive. They'll both stop the takedowns defensively and then keep it standing, and it'll be a striking battle. But yeah, I think Ricky's lost a step. Gotta go with Javid. All right, guys, let's go to the next fight. We got this is a short notice fight. Alex's guy, Eric McConico Jr., making his UFC debut on short notice here against Nursulton Ruziboev, who's also short notice, and he's moving back up to middleweight for this fight. We do have odds for this fight: -325 Nursulton, +260 Eric McConico. I'm gonna start with you on this one, Alex, because you're more like aware of who this guy is. So, your thoughts?
Yeah, Eric is legit, man. He's it's just a tough fight, man, because Nursulton is a knockout artist for sure. But I was talking with him at Tough, and the blueprint is out on how to beat this guy. Wrestle him. If you wrestle this guy, you'll beat him. And Eric does have solid wrestling and grappling. The question is if he gets to his grappling before Nursulton lands on him. I will give you a little back thing. Is Eric McConico lost his job three weeks ago, so it's just like very heartwarming story about how he got that, and maybe that motivation will get him to really, fighters have motivation in different ways. So he lost his job, plus he came up in the Portland, Seattle area, so there's all that against him. So as much as I would love to see Eric win this fight, and there is a blueprint to get it, I don't know if he's going to. So I think if I was going to bet money, I'd probably bet on Nursulton. But with the game planning of MMA Lab and Jared Cannonier's going to be there in his corner and stuff, maybe he wrestles him, man. Like,
yeah,
I think it's like there's a path to beat this guy.
What do you think, Marcel?
I take that fucking gamble, dude.
There you go.
I think he can do that, man. I really think it's possible. If you see like how and I know it is Buckley we fought, but if you look at Ruziboev, how he can beat him, I think McConico is smart enough to do that as well, And he has Jared Cannonier, like you said, as a teammate. Jared is a smart dude. He knows how to fight. He has to do it, obviously, but I believe in it, so I'm going with him by decision.
I like it.
I think he's a live dog, especially because this fight was booked on short notice for both guys. Like it wasn't, Nursulton didn't have like another opponent. Eric took on short notice. They both did. They just had to add fights to this card. And this other guy, this brother, was supposed to fight last week. Like that's something to keep in mind. Like what shape is this guy in? Because his brother apparently wasn't. But this guy has UFC experience. He obviously has got finishes in the UFC. The fight with Buckley was at welterweight. I don't know if that's the right weight class. I think that's that's a big cut for him too. So. He's a big guy. Yeah, he's huge for this. He's just huge in general. I'm going to go with Nursulton too. I think it's the safe pick. I don't mind Marcel taking a shot though. I think it's that's totally understandable in the spot. It's worth the gamble, but I'll take Nursulton by knockout. I don't think the fight goes the distance, but we'll see. I do want to say really quick, Ricky Simone is an Oregon guy, not a Washington guy. That's my mistake. I want to correct myself there, but Portland is not too far from.
It's okay, Adam, but don't let it happen again.
I want to get my facts right here, but it's not too far.
And to be honest too, is like I'm not completely sold on Nursulton, right? Like
no.
He knocked out Bruno Ferreira, right? But like
Dumas.
And that was like a questionable because he poked him in the eye, right? So like and like he fought a bunch of camp on the regional scene, right? So like I'm not completely sold on this guy. And
no, I'm with you. McConico has some like decent wins. Like they're not great, but like Matthew Batola, that was a really good win.
Yeah.
I think you were there for that fight.
I was.
Yeah, that was a nice quality win. All right, let's go to the next fight here, guys. We have another prelim here. This is a fun one. Ibo Aslan taking on Ion Cutelaba. Odds for this one: Ibo is the favorite. He is minus 155. Ion Cutelaba plus 130. Like I think Ibo wins, and I think he knocks him out in the first round. I'm surprised the odds are this low, guys, personally, but I'll get your guys' thoughts. I think Ibo is a guy that's on the rise in this division. Crazy knockout power. When they go to Turkey eventually, he'll be the guy probably headlining the card. I think this fight could have been on the main card. I think it's going to be fun. The thing is, like, I know Ion's got the experience. He's got power, but his chin is not very good. His cardio is not very good. I think Ibo knocks him out in the first round. So that's my pick. Alex?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Ibo knocks him out. I think Ion is just in the UFC to be put on highlight reels at this point. I think it's a clear win for Ibo.
You too, Marcel?
Yeah, if it stays standing, I favor Ibo, but I mean, Cutelaba could do the Arslan thing, what he did in the last fight, which fucking sucked, by the way, but still, I mean, it was smart of his.
Yeah.
But I think Ibo has more quality than Ivan had. I'm going with Ibo, but is he knocking him out? Maybe, but it's not one I mean, it took some time for him to stop Anton Turkai as well, so.
Yeah, I agree.
We're going with Ibo, yeah.
Yep. The Hype's here. I want to give him a shout out too. What's going on, man? All right. Next fight here. This is the last prelim. Andre Fili taking on Melquizael Costa. Odds for this one. Fili's favored. It's short odds though. Hold up here.
Home fight.
Minus 120 for Fili, plus 100 for Costa. Really close fight on paper. This is a trickier one, I think, on the card. To be honest with you, like sure. I think go either way. Really, I do. it just depends, like how much gas does Fili have left in the tank. Like he's been in the UFC for a long time now. He's very inconsistent. He's win loss. He did win his last fight. If you look at his record, he probably loses this one, but I think he can win this fight. Like Costa's, he's okay, but he's not like super amazing. And I think Fili can edge out a decision, I guess. But I don't have a great read in this fight, guys. I'm going to be completely honest with you. It's just one that I'm like, I don't know how it's going to play out. I think Fili decision, but I don't know. What do you think? I'll start with you, Marcel. What do you think?
By the way, Alex, you're an aggressive typer, man. You type like I jerk off, by the way. But
I'm
yeah, I mean, this is a close fight, like you guys said, man. I mean, Andre Fili got his last win over Cub Swanson, was a split decision. It was a fun fight to watch, that was. But the thing with Fili is, like Adam says, like he's super inconsistent. But the same can be said about Melquizael Costa. I think he's 2-2 in the UFC. Looked great against Lingo. Looked really good against Shailan. But got knocked out against Steve Garcia, and I expected him obviously to lose his debut against Thiago Moises. Smells like a split decision again here, and I'm going with Andre. I'm going with Andre Fili as a home fight for him.
What does the split decision smell like? Does it smell like shit? What does it smell like?
Yeah, it smells like something that's not really complete, and it smells a lot like Sal D'Amato.
I was gonna say, like, what judges do we have here? I wonder what judges they're gonna bring for this card. Locals?
Smells like a shit. It smells like a shit Chris Lee fucking split decision.
They probably have. He's probably gonna be one of the judges. Him and Sal, good old Sal, Alex.
Yeah, no, I'm with you guys. This is literally a coin flip for me.
Yeah.
But I'm just because I don't know. I don't know how good Costa is still. He's looked okay. Sometimes he's looked really bad. And Andre Fili's 34 years old, been in a lot of wars, but I think he's just unless Costa knocks Fili out, I think Fili will do enough to kind of squeak out a shitty Chris Lee, Sal D'Amato, Judge Cerqueira, Ramiro, whatever the fuck his name is.
It'll be close. I'll be honest. Like his fight with Cobb, I thought Cobb won that fight. The last fight.
I did too.
Yeah, it was close, right? And I think this guy has so much experience. He knows how to be in these close competitive fights and walk out with the win. So
Melquizael can win, but he has to walk out to that chicken song again.
Dude, there we go. Antoine just asked about it. Costa, the guy who walked out the town, he's like, yeah, it's like some children's show or something. All right, let's go to the next fight here, guys. This fight is a short notice replacement here. Rob Font taking on John Matsumoto, and this is at a catchweight at 140. And
that's not the opener, man.
Are you sure? I thought.
Yeah, the opener is Menifield Walker.
Okay, I guess they have a different schedule or a different bout order.
Menifield Walker, Silva, Baghdasaryan, Font, Matsumoto, Brandon Allen, Hernandez, Cejudo.
They don't have that on ESPN, Marcel.
I know because they added that fight to last, and that's why they're under. They haven't ordered that yet. That's why it is on the 5th place.
All right, man. We'll go with your fight then.
Of course, because I'm the star of the show, and I know this shit. I'm just kidding. Yeah, but they showed it on the broadcast like that, man.
Yeah, they did.
All right, man. All right. Tell ESPN to get their shit together. The website sucks. All right, let's go to this fight then. Alonzo Menifield taking on Julius Walker. Light heavyweight fight. Short notice here for Julius Walker. Alonzo Menifield had fight booked, right? Who was it against, Marcel? He had
Umar C.
Umar pulled out. Yeah. Odds for this one have Menifield -170, Julius Walker, juice box +142. I'll start with you guys, and I'll give my thoughts on it. I'll start with you, Marcel. What do you think?
Dude, to be really honest, man, I mean, Alonzo Menifield, he was at the top 15, he was going up, and then he had that super shitty performance against Alberg, where he went for like crazy and got knocked out. Then he lost to Morsakhanov. And to be really honest, man, what I've seen from Julius Walker is not that bad, He got a good win over Bevon Lewis, which I was always really high on in the UFC, but after that knockout against Uriah Hall, completely went gone, good win over Myron Dennis, and the Niall Bartling guy. I remember him from Tough. He was supposed to be one high end guy, but yeah, he didn't. I like what I've seen from Walker, man. I think this will be a firefight from the start. I'm going with Walker, man. I think he's the underdog, right?
Yeah, hit the button, man, if you want.
Yeah, let's go, man. I'm going with Walker, man. What the fuck? Let's get him in the top 15 already. Yeah.
What do you think, Alex?
So when this fight got announced, I was all over Menifield. I was like, this is just too much. And then I started thinking about it, and I think Julius Walker's gonna knock him out. I think there's this thing is that Menifield has been fighting very fucking stupid lately for whatever reason. Just getting into firefights, and his chin can't hold it anymore. So if Menifield plays it smart, like he did with like Jimmy Crute, I think he can like wrestle Julius Walker and be kind of a shit fight. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I think they're in front of a crowd, and Julius Walker's gonna knock him out.
Let's go, bro. Give me a box. Where I'm at. Here. There we go. Let's go.
So Antoine asked about the film. I watched it last night. So I didn't know a lot about this guy, but then I looked at his social media. He actually was following me on Twitter, so I followed him back. So hopefully he doesn't hear what I'm about to say, because I don't know about this one, guys. Because I'll tell you, I think he's pretty good. I watched like I think like 5 or 6 of his fights, like whatever's on YouTube. They didn't have the fight with Myron Dennis, so I didn't see that one, but I saw Bavon Lewis, I saw Niles Bartling. The Niles Bartling one was sick because he got this nasty triangle, but he also got taken down and controlled for a bit, which was a little concerning. The Bavon Lewis fight, he just took him down, beat him up. That's what he does in a lot of fights. And I'm just not sure, because the thing is, like, I've watched a lot of regional scene fights, like, for spectation, and like a lot of guys in the regional scene can take you down, beat you up, and then they eventually get to the UFC. And like, what happens if you can't take a guy down and beat him up? That's the
You're gonna really break the clean sweep. Yeah.
I'm just not sure, man. I mean, he's fighting a guy who's literally number 15 in the UFC, who has like 20 UFC fights.
Don't tell Mace is number 15 in the UFC. What the hell are you talking about? Just kidding.
Alonzo is still like I don't know if he's shot yet. Like, he might be. Like, he's obviously been knocked out, but it was against Carlos Alberg and Asmat Mirzakhanov, who are big hitters, huge knockout power. Like, Julius, okay, so his style is he's not really like a boxer. He's more of like a takedown guy, and then he'll try to ground and pound you. It's possible. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't bet on Alonzo Menifield. I wouldn't touch it. It's probably dog or pass, like you guys said, but I don't know. I'm going to play it safe here, guys. I'll go with Menifield just because of the experience in the UFC. Like, I think this is a big step up for this guy. He might win, though. He's a good prospect. Good signing. I like the signing. I think him and McConico are good signings. Like, I think both guys are live dogs, the 2 guys they signed in short notice.
Good signing. He says you pick both against them. Good signing.
I can't get there with you guys. I'm being a pussy here. I'm going with the safe pick. So
I mean, I completely understand why you're taking it, because if Menifield does fight smart and it's boring, he can't take Julius Walker down.
In the fights where he lost as an amateur, he gets taken down and controlled. Yeah. So that's the worry. Like, if he can't get the finish in the first round, does he get a little tired? Yeah. Possible. I mean, again, this guy's young. He's training in Vegas, or he did some training there. He has a nice win streak. I like him. Like, trust me, part of me wants to pick him too, but I just can't get there, guys. What are you gonna say?
Adam, do you notice the album from G Unit from Back for Mercy?
Yeah, I have it.
You should check the last track listed on that album.
What's it called?
That's what I smell pussy.
That's a good album. All right, let's go to the next fight here. This is the one I was talking about earlier before Marcel told me it was the wrong bout order. Rob Font taking on John Matsumoto. This is a catch, guys.
John Silva against Melsik Baghdasaryan.
What the fuck? Why are they okay? Screw ESPN, you bastards. I'm never using their site again. All right. John Silva against Melsik Baghdasaryan. John Silva. Let's see here. John Silva is minus 575.
Damn.
Melsik the gun plus 425.
Crazy.
Big odds, but I mean, I'm not picking Melsik. I'm picking John Silva. The guy's got so much momentum, so much star power. The question is, like, does he knock him out? Because almost all of his wins are knockouts, but Melsik's never been knocked out. And Melsik's a striker.
That's John Silva, by the way.
Yeah, that actually is him. I'm taking John Silva. I'm going to take him by knockout. I'll just do it. I'll take him by knockout. What do you think?
I don't think he's going to knock out Melsik Baghdasaryan. Yeah.
Submission?
No, not submission either. I just think Melsik's too technical of a kickboxer to get knocked out by John Silva. Dude, minus 5. Was it minus 550? You said
minus 575.
Dude, yeah, that's
actually FanDuel has it at minus 720, so it's even higher there.
I mean, I understand he's on a fucking fantastic run, and he beat
Dober
in his last fight, so I understand why they're doing it, but I just don't agree with those odds, man. Yeah, I'm picking John Silva by decision. Hopefully, it's a fucking banger fight.
I think it should be, like, for as long as it lasts. It should be. It should be a good fight. Marcel? Same thing.
Yeah, I'm with Alex, man. I'm going by decision because I also don't think that Melsik is going to get finished by strikes or whatever. I don't see him going to the ground. I think it will be strike fight. Got to pick Silva, but I think it's much more competitive than the odds are saying here.
Fair enough. All right. Yeah, we all have the same pick on that one. It's a fun fight. I think it's one of the better fights on the card, to be honest.
I agree.
All right, let's go to the next fight. I think this is the right fight. Am I right now? Is it Rob Font and
No,
it's fucking
just kidding.
Cejudo. It's Henry Cejudo and Cejudo.
Just kidding. You're right.
Fucking guys. All right, here we go. Catchweight fight here. Odds for this one. I want to get your guys' thoughts on this. So, Font was the favorite against Dominic Cruz. Font's the underdog here against Matsumoto. -175, John Matsumoto, +130 on Rob Font. I'll start with you, Alex. What do you think about this one?
Man, why the fuck are you starting with me, dude?
Okay, I'll start with Marcel. We'll start with Marcel.
No problem, man. I'm picking the favorite here, man.
Okay.
Listen, Rob Font is a fun fighter to watch, and he really surprised me against Kyler Phillips. But Rob Font, listen, man, I like him, but he sucks at the ground game, And Matsumoto is going to take him down, and he's going to win there, I think, If Rob can stop the takedown, he has a really good chance to win, I think, because I think his striking is great. I really love his boxing, but here. I think Jean submits him, man, to be honest. I'm going second round submission for Jean.
Alex, you hold on a second. Let me go first, and then I'll let you go. You can break the Rough. I'm taking Rob Font. These odds are crazy. This is crazy disrespectful to Rob Font. Come on. Listen, I get it, because if you look at the stats, it's like 40% takedown defense, right? It's bad. So it's bad. But the thing is, this guy's just not tested against someone like Rob Font, guys. And again, Rob is the guy that beats these prospects. He beat Kyler Phillips. I didn't expect that. He beat Adrian Yanez a few years ago. He could beat these prospects. Look at the guys he lost to. All elite guys. All super elite guys. Rob's being disrespected here in the odds. I don't think he should be the underdog. I really think he should be favored. Can John Matsumoto win? Of course he can win. Of course he can win by decision if you take him down or submit him, maybe. But even like that, Rob's just been it once in his whole career by a prime Pedro Munoz. That's it. He's very tough. And again, if this guy can't get him down to the ground, he's going to really struggle on the feet. Rob's a way better striker. The other thing is Matsumoto, listen, I like the guy. He's a good prospect, but if you look at his fights in the UFC against Brad Katona, he got wrestled in that fight. He only went 1 for 7 in takedowns.
The Arqueta fight.
Dan Arqueta, he got wrestled. He got taken down 9 times. So and he wasn't too successful with his own wrestling. And even against the Casey Canner guy, got taken down in that fight. I don't know how good his wrestling really is. Marcel, I'm going against my rule because I usually pick the undefeated guys, but I'm not going to do it. I'm taking Rob Font, man. Give me the dog. Let's go, boys. Ruff.
Yeah. Yeah. Both of you guys put very good points on the table.
That's what we do here in this podcast.
Yeah, I know, dude. Fucking living up to the name.
That's good.
Yeah, John really opened my eyes when he beat Dan Arqueta, because Dan Arqueta was looking very good in that fight, man. And say what you want about Dan Arqueta, he's fucking tough. He's a tough kid.
Yeah.
And when he tapped him, that was very, very impressive. And Font has dog shit takedown defense, but man, you kind of sold me on that, Adam. You kind of did, dude. He's not been tested.
No.
Font he's a motherfucker, dude. And if you can, and I think him accepting this fight, because there's a lot of people offered to him, and I think there's a reason why he accepted this fight. Maybe he saw something, and maybe with Firas Zahabi in his corner, maybe they see something. I mean, Firas Zahabi turns fighters into boring point fighters, so maybe that's what's gonna happen. So yeah, fuck it. I'm going Rob Font, dog.
There we go. We don't have a consensus dog, but we got 2 guys. It's funny that I think the 3 dogs, or no, 1 dog was the one just Marcel, but the other 2 we didn't get unanimous, but we got 2 of us. So.
Gather room, you 2.
All right, let's go. Last 2 fights here, guys. Co-main event. I mean, I think this is one of the best fights in the card as well. I wish this was 5 rounds, by the way. I really do think this should have been 5. Brandon Allen gets
I wish I had a big tasty now. But
yeah, someone's talking about it in the chat. Against Anthony Hernandez. Fluffy is a big favorite, I think, too. Let me check. Fluffy's minus 290. Brandon Allen plus 235. Yeah, I mean, Brendan's a good fighter. Like, stylistically, it's an interesting fight, but I still can't, Marcel, I can't get that fight with Jacob Mancuno to my head when I think about this fight, because I really thought Jacob beat him with wrestling in that fight, and there's no one better right now, really, than Fluffy with the wrestling.
I know you're a big Jacob fan, so yeah, I understand.
No, he's like watching paintball. But in all honesty, like, I think Fluffy is, like, I think he could be a champion. I think he's that good. Brendan also, the last fight, really bad look there. I know he had the problem with the blood draw. Maybe that did play a factor. He could have 1 for 10 with the takedowns, like, really just ineffective in that fight. If you look at his win streak, most of the guys that are not ranked guys, they were nice finishes, but this is a big step up. I think it's a big step up, and with Fluffy, like, destroyed Michelle Purr, like one of the worst beatdowns of UFC history, I would say, argue in that fight. 152 significant strikes, 60 minutes of control time. Oh my God, it was a vicious beatdown. He's just phenomenal. I think he's super, super legit, guys. I think for Brendan to beat him, he'd have to probably like knock him down and submit him like a club and sub, but I don't think it happens. I think Fluffy just mauls him in this fight. Brendan's tough enough that he might survive the distance, maybe, but I think Fluffy wins for sure. So Fluffy Hernandez. Alex?
Oh, man.
Are you torn on this one, really? Okay.
I am, because I am, but I'm not. You make a good point about that Malcolm fight, man. Like, I thought Brendan lost that fight too. I think that's that's a robbery. I think it was.
Yeah.
And his last fight against Imavov really shocked me because of how gassed he was in that fight. And with that, man, like, if you gas against Fluffy, you're fucked. You were fucked. And unless Allen submits him for the first round, I think it's gonna be a long night for him. Hopefully he's watched Fluffy's fights, and like, his coach is like, hit this dude to the body. He does not like getting hit to the body at all.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty fucking obvious, dude. Like, he hit this dude in the body and something happened, but I just don't know if he's that technical of a fucking striker to do that. So I think the obvious pick is Fluffy by decision. It's gonna be interesting to see the dynamic on the ground, because Brendan's very dangerous on the ground. So if Fluffy's not careful, he can get some. But I'm picking Fluffy by decision.
Marcel?
God damn it, Alex, you almost put me to sleep. I have the same as Alex, man. I mean, I think it's difficult. I'm less confident as you are, Adam. I think you are the most confident.
I'm confident he wins. I really like him in this fight, guys. Yeah.
I also will pick Fluffy probably in this one, but I think Allen can do work, but he has to look better than he did against Imavov, because I still think he should have won that fight if he was not gassed and he did more with the striking. He was too much focused on getting him down. Yeah. And I think he did pretty well in the striking, but he was too much focused to get him down. Fluffy probably, a rematch. So yeah, Fluffy has looked really good, man. It's hard to pick against him.
Yeah, and I mean, it's worth knowing they did fight before once in LFA, and Fluffy won a split decision. So it was
a championship fight.
That was like 7 years ago, I want to say. It was a while ago, but I mean, it's nice to see them get a rematch here. I just think Fluffy's the better fighter at this point. All right, guys, last fight here. We got the main event of UFC Seattle.
No, just kidding.
Please stop. Henry Cejudo taking on Song Yadong. Odds for this one: Song minus 270, Cejudo plus 220.
Wow, 2-1 favorite, huh?
Pretty big favorite here. It's one of these things where it's a guy that, and again, we just saw Jared win as an older fighter, but there's a big age gap here. There is, like, it's 10 years? Yeah, it's 10 years. So Song, it's crazy. He's in the UFC at 19. He's been there for a while now. Continues to get better, in my opinion. I know he lost to Piotr Jan last year. Very competitive fight. Looked good before that. Even the fight with Corey he lost was very competitive in that fight before the doctor stopped it. So I think he's just getting better and better. And like, I think he's got pretty good takedown defense. Not the best, but pretty good. Good striking.
What's the stats on that?
72% takedown defense, which is decent, not amazing, but decent. Cejudo obviously is, an amazing wrestler, but it is at 135 where I don't know how effective he will be with his wrestling. Probably get a couple takedowns. But it is 5 rounds. I think the longer it goes, it favors Song as well. I think Song could also potentially knock him out, but I'm leading a decision. I think it'll be somewhat competitive. It goes 5. Cejudo wins the first round, and then Song kind of starts getting stronger after that. It's kind of how I'm thinking this fight goes. So I'll take Song. The odds are heavy, but I think he wins the decision. What do you guys think? I'll start with you, Alex, once again.
I'm conflicted on this fight because while I do think Song Yadong is very, very good, man, and I think he does have he's still so young too that like I think he has the capabilities of being a champion in the future. I kind of think Henry Cejudo's motivated again because I think he thinks that his legacy is being tarnished a little bit and people are doubting him. And I think a motivated Henry Cejudo is dangerous. Now the question is like, how does he beat Song Yadong, right? So, and to your point, like, I don't know how good his takedowns are at bantamweight, right? So that's kind of like what's giving me pause here, because if he tries to beat Song Yadong in a kickboxing match, I think he gets fucked up. And I think there is a chance for Song Yadong to maybe finish Henry Cejudo because of his age and his power. I'm not confident in that. And I kind of want to pick Henry Cejudo. I kind of want to go against the grain and kind of pick the old guy.
Do it.
So fucking I will. I'll go Henry Cejudo via decision, via split decision. You know.
Okay, Marcel, where were you? Okay, there you guys go. I'm on the other side again.
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay.
I think if it's to keep standing, Song wins 100%. But I think Cejudo will take him to the ground and probably be dominant than there. I think a lot of people writing off Cejudo. He lost to the former champion Aljamain Sterling, and he lost to the current champion, and he won the first round against the current champion. So I mean, he didn't look that bad, you know. But I think Song Yadong is a fun fighter. But we saw against Piotr Jan last time, he did well in the first round, and he completely, pretty much Jan.
Dude, I forgot about that fight. Wow.
Yeah. So so you're probably more confident now.
Yeah.
I'm picking Cejudo by decision. I think he will be able to implement his game plan and taking him down and wrestle Song Yadong. It would be stupid from Cejudo if he's going to strike with Song Yadong because Song is better there. So Cejudo.
Yeah. If he stands with Song Yadong, it's a wrap. He's not going to win. He'll get blown out, to be honest.
Yeah,
that's what she said.
No, hey, you know what? It's a good fight, and you know, if Henry wins, like he could go on one last title run. Because again, like Marcel said, like the fight with Rob last year was somewhat competitive. It wasn't like a blowout.
And there's an argument that he beats Aljo, right? Like,
yeah, I thought I actually thought he beat Aljo, which is crazy. I can't remember who you guys had, but I had him beating.
I had Aljo 3-2, but super close fight.
Yeah. All right, so that's it for the preview, guys. You know, it was fun. I mean, I'm looking forward to the card more. I always look forward to it more.
If there is one upset, Adam, on this card, who is it?
Well, I picked Rob Font, so that's one. Usually I pick Alex. You know, typically I'll pick like about 3 dogs a card. I picked the one. I guess for my other 2, I would go with the 2 newcomer guys.
Okay.
So, or sorry, yeah, I'd go with Walker and Ruziboev. McConico, I should say. That would probably be...
I'm going with McConico too. Fuck it.
Okay, there you go.
Back in time.
You gotta switch them a pick.
Yeah.
You got a double dog, not a triple dog. Double dog, dare you? But yeah,
I do love a double dog.
I wouldn't mind a hot dog ring. I'm actually pretty hungry, to be honest with you. No, but I think we should get out of here, guys. Alex wants to go on his date with his wife, so let's let him out of here. I think you have a date, right?
Like which one? The one in Vegas?
Tell me, we stopped you from going.
No. We were gonna go, but she just texted me that she has work, so we're not doing anything. So.
All right, cool.
Alex, which one? The one in Vegas or Amy?
Just kidding. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I watched the presser, and Amy's not there anymore. It's interesting.
Yeah, no, she moved to Texas.
Yeah,
you would know.
Alex knows where she lives. All right, guys, we'll get out of here. But hey, really appreciate everyone joining us, and we really appreciate you, Alex, obviously coming in here on and doing the 2 podcasts with us, Marcel. Alex, tell us where you can find your byline, man.
Yeah, my byline's on MMAmania.com. And then just check me out on social media for my
OnlyFans.
Retarded antics. And
do you have an OnlyFans?
Yeah, dude, of course. You can come watch me jack off like Peter.
What in the... You know Marcel's mom watches the show, and she's gonna see that part.
Sorry, Mama Dorf.
Miss Dorf, look up his
she only watches the beginning, so you're good.
Apologize.
Marcel, anything you want to say before we get out of here, my man?
Yeah, I want to thank Alex for coming on, man. I always be joking with him, so I love the dude, man. He's a great guy, so I'm always happy when he's on. And same for you, Adam. I fucking hate you, but at the same time, I fucking love you. So great to have you on here as always. You know,
doing the Mario Yamasaki thing. How do you do it? How do you do it like this? Yeah.
The best host in the world, you know. So thanks for always being cool and love doing this, man. I mean, how long have we been doing this now for such a long time?
Almost. It's I think 4 or 5. It's been since COVID, during COVID. So I think almost 5 years on Marcel. I mean, because it was. I did it by myself, and then I had Cole for a bit, and then I had you now for a long time. Yeah. I didn't kick Cole off. I love Cole, and you can come back on anytime. You just got a lot of stuff going on. But I do want really last question though. Hey Marcus, I wanted to answer this because someone else had asked. Do we know anything about this thing with Diego and Volk? Is there any rumors?
This one on Alex.
Yeah, I'm throwing it to Alex. That's the last question. Anything? Oh, there you go. That says it all. There you go.
But I know I am going to come back on 313 because that is when Alex Perez is going to knock out Magomed.
Oh yeah.
And Marcel's going to be crying.
He's going to be crying tears, and he's not.
By the way, I just said I loved Alex. A complete dick. Fuck him. You know.
All right, guys. Have a great night, everyone. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends about the podcast. Have a good night. Peace.